Khloe Kardashian has at last responded to the turmoil regarding her staff and employees being treated inhumanely by her and being sued for abusing an ex-employee on a daily basis.
Every day, I just felt like a monster. I'm leaving her there.
Khloe Kardashian has become embroiled in yet another debate. And this time, it goes beyond a simple debate. Instead, it's a $1 million lawsuit. And this one is going to be difficult for Khloe since she is being accused of breaking a lot more laws than just many state labor laws. Hearing that someone could subject their employees to this is disturbing. Is the situation truly shocking, or is there more to it? And how does Kim fit into this story? To learn every juicy detail about Khloe's most recent scandal, stay tuned. Matthew Manhart, one of Khloe's former employees, recently served her with a $1 million lawsuit. Manhart made it abundantly clear that Khloe, like all the other Kardashians, treats her housekeeper and other staff like garbage. Manhart alleges that he worked for Khloe from January 2019 to November 2022, according to recently revealed facts. When he was supposedly trying to resume work after recovering from a knee injury, Khloe allegedly fired him. Manhart has not denied that the injuries were indeed brought on by the Kardashian family, or that they were to blame, despite the fact that no information has been provided regarding how he sustained the knee injury. The injuries were sustained in May 2022, which indicates they happened while he was still working for Khloe, according to a Page 6 article. Although more information regarding the case and the other charges against Khloe is being withheld, it is clear from Matthew's statement that something was seriously wrong with the Kardashians' treatment of Matthew. According to the lawsuit, Matthew called Khloe a terrible boss who made working for her a constant nightmare. He had formally notified Khloe about the situation and updated her on its seriousness when he was hurt and taken to the hospital. He also requested recovery time off, which the Kardashians apparently granted. When he returned, he still had some time off remaining, but Khloe and her staff fired him and ended his employment. In his case, Matthew also claims that Khloe prevented him from taking breaks while he worked extremely exhausting 12-hour shifts for her. He has made it abundantly evident that Khloe prevented him from taking the legally mandated breaks throughout his shift and kept him too occupied with work. Manhart is also requesting financial restitution for everything that Khloe is said to have done to him. But Manhart's life wasn't just miserable due to his excessive workload. He says in the lawsuit that he was required to work more than 12 hours per day and that he was not given overtime compensation on those days. Khloe's legal team has officially told ET that it rejects all of these accusations. It's unfortunate to learn that an ex-employee would choose to go this route. Matthew was properly classified and compensated for his role. The legal team has made it very obvious that the allegations about salary are completely without merit, and that he and every other employee are paid fairly. It's important to note that Khloe's perspective on the events differs significantly from Matthew's. He claims that the injury occurred in May of that year, at which point he sought a leave of absence. But Matthew came back before the time limit that the Kardashians had permitted had passed. His extended leave of absence, according to the legal team, necessitated his replacement. The team clarified that toward the end of his employment, he was on a leave of absence for an extended period, and the role eventually needed to be replaced. We will not tolerate false accusations, and will prove that this is a frivolous lawsuit. Khloe added her 2 cents. Khloe sent a pretty mysterious comment on her Instagram story about how people are attempting to steal her tranquility. Just hours after hearing about the case, this story was published. She shared a video in which she discussed how someone might give everything they had while receiving nothing in return.
How does it feel knowing that a thief can come and steal your peace because your lack of boundaries gave them permission? You're just a gift that keeps on giving. A Santa Claus with no Christmas in return. No excuse should excuse you from not putting yourself first. What, you scared of your past or something?
Is this the Kardashians' first time? Actually, no. Kim was the target of a comparable charge back in May 2021. Additionally, 7 former employees were suing her. The workers had complained that Kim hadn't paid them in accordance with their contract. In addition to not receiving their salaries, employees were also forbidden from taking breaks while working. The 7 ex-workers performed maintenance and gardening duties at her $60 million Hidden Hills residence. Kim was sued on the grounds that she never provided itemized pay stubs, never paid wages on time, and withheld a percentage of the payments for taxes, but failed to pay them to the government. That sounds a bit suspicious, don't you think? We wonder if Khloe was in any way inspired by that. In any case, Kim rejected the accusations, and her legal team argued that since Kim didn't hire the employees, she wasn't legally accountable for them. She is not liable because a third party hired them. Former workers claim that the Kardashians have always had an exploitative inclination. They continue to underpay and overwork their employees while also having strange work expectations for them. Several workers have claimed that the Kardashians are abusing them by calling them at 2 a.m. for work. If you feel the statement is too generic and doesn't truly explain that Khloe was also treating her employees unfairly, well, it appears that she was acting improperly. The majority of Khloe's Good American employee reviews are alarming, since they directly confirm the claim made against her. The brand's present employees have privately expressed worries about work-life balance and indicated that the workplace is stressful and not like a typical 9-5 job. We don't know about that, but Khloe has undoubtedly been charged with running a sweatshop. Khloe Once reportedly offered fans an exclusive tour of her Los Angeles factory on Snapchat, according to a Daily Mail article. Khloe wasn't happy when fans questioned her business ethics and said, "Watch your mouth. All make salaries, and all are employed in Louisiana. Know your information before you chime in." Insider sources claim that it's challenging to keep up with the Kardashians' high standards for work. Given that Kim evidently had the bravery to say this on TV, that can be justified. She gave advice to the ladies and accused them of not being interested in working as she was conducting an interview with Variety. Kris and Kourtney concurred, noting that you need to surround yourself with motivated individuals.
Work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
So true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
It's clear that the advice drew a lot of criticism. The fans were furious. One supporter said, "This isn't about how much work Kim does. It's about the audacity she has as a millionaire to tell other people to work harder when she has no perspective about how it feels to be lower or middle class. It's beyond insensitive and condescending." In addition, the Kardashians have always been the subject of rumors of mistreating their staff members and making life so difficult for them that they would cry. Do Matthew's claims still seem improbable? There's a lot more to the tale as well, since it's quite unusual for the Kardashians to be so generous with leaves. And insiders claim that when Matthew was granted the vacation, the negotiations were far too smooth. The truth is that while Matthew was working for Khloe, he was hurt. According to rumors, Matthew was simply given leave so he could depart, and the whole incident would go undiscovered. Did he sustain an injury at work? Was Khloe in any way to blame for the damage to his knees? Please share your thoughts on these assertions with us, and keep checking back for all the latest celebrity rumors.